Welcome to Veterans Views Podcast from the JED TV studios on the campus of Purdue Northwest in Hammond, Indiana. Now here are your hosts, Connie Karras and Steve Bramer.
Good morning. Welcome to Veterans Views on this beautiful Friday morning. We're coming to you live from WJOB Studios, 12:30 a.m., 104.7 FM. We have a great show for you today. My name is Steve Bramer with my lovely co-host, Connie Karras. How you doing today?
You're just as lovely, sir. I'm doing great. How are you doing today, Steve?
I'm okay. I like coming here. This is the only place I get called lovely, so it's awesome.
Men can be lovely. Absolutely.
Well, yeah, right? Beautiful.
Right. You're also very handsome.
Oh,
so,
there you go. Man, it is just full of compliments. I love it.
Before we get to our lovely guest here, Lorese Wesley with Veterans Life-Changing Services, I wanted to also present a beautiful Citizen Soldier Certificate of Appreciation. But one thing I wanted to say before we do that is to mention the 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline. This is a lifesaver if you are feeling in crisis right now. 24/7, 365 for confidential help. Call or text 988. It's confidential again, and also you'll be connected to a well-connected referral network for you and your family if you need any kind of services, intermediate services. It's also now in Spanish, so all the services are bilingual, available in Spanish. And if you text or call or add a 1 to the 988, you will be referred to a military veteran for peer support. So you'll be able to speak with a military veteran. So that's 988. Very important.
Yeah, that is.
Yes. And without further ado, for many years, Veterans Views radio show would bestow upon our wonderful, wonderful citizen soldiers doing so much for our veterans, our families, and connected communities, the Citizen Soldier Certificate of Appreciation. And today is the first day that we are resuming that wonderful, wonderful practice. And we have some very special people here today from the Munster Junior Women's Club who were, actually, one of them was here a few weeks ago on the show. But today we are going to be presenting this wonderful certificate to the Munster Junior Women's Club President Jen Fain and Kim Bucalo. And ladies, if you'll please come up.
And just for everybody out there, so they know, we have one of those big checks that they're presenting. So,
Thank you. Come on up, Steve. Yep, we'll get it. We got it. I think we got it. Okay. This is from the Veterans View radio show. Thank you, the Munster Junior Women's Club, for being citizen soldiers. We appreciate you more than you can imagine. This is for our grateful recognition for your support of the men, women, and their families serving our country. And recently, as you can see, the Munster Junior Women's Club, which also does amazing, amazing advocacy work for our veterans through organizing with the Jim Chancellor's American Veterans Collection, and just doing so much for our veterans, recently organized a fundraiser at Taproom 313, and they raised $3,878 for the Munster Volunteers and Police Service, and that is just so. And as a Munster VIPS, I couldn't be more grateful. So we are so grateful to you, and we don't know what we would do without you. And like it says here in the memo, it's a volunteer thing. So without our volunteers, without our citizen soldiers, we would not be what we would be what we are today. So thank you so much, and let's hold this up. How about you hold that between the two of you? Okay. And somebody, Kemper, can you take a photograph too? Are you able to do that right now? Kemper is really great with photographs.
Connie, I just want to say thank you. Both of you, thank you for your service, first of all. And it's an honor for us to be working with veterans, with the community. Munster Juniors, we're everywhere.
You are everywhere.
We try to be.
Thank Thank you.
Well, and I was asking you earlier, the Munster, it's volunteer.
Yes, yes.
So a lot of this is going to go towards the equipment.
Right. They're trying to expand the program on a smaller budget.
Mhm.
So, we want to get the gear bought and have you guys suited up and ready to go.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kemp.
And Kemper, I might add, is a very is Jen's child, and also an extremely talented designer, and actually made this certificate possible. So it's
Thanks,
a family
Kemper.
thing. Yes. Yeah.
All right. Yeah,
All right.
we appreciate you
Well,
guys
thank
having
you.
us on and
Thank you.
everything you do. Thank you both.
Yeah, you're good. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Of course. I'll go on the radio anytime.
Okay, have a wonderful day.
All right, and now for our guest,
Yes.
James, or
Lorese
Lorese Wesley.
Wesley.
Man, sorry about that. So, Lorese, okay, I was looking at your bio here. It says you're Chief Executive Director of Veteran Changing Services and Inc. in Homeless Veterans Program, Veterans Life Changing Services located in Gary.
Yes, that's correct.
It's been a while since you've been on the show.
Yes. So very grateful to be here today. Thank you for the opportunity to share more about our program, what's going on in our community, the needs that we have, and the success stories that we, also have.
I think the good thing about bringing, local groups on is it helps to make people aware of what's going out there with all the noise that's out there.
Yes.
I mean, you could get drowned out with everything that's going on right now, but, a lot of these families, they don't have that opportunity to drown anything out. They still have bills. They still have to find a place to live. So when organizations like yours are around, it's nice to get that out there so people know what's available.
Absolutely.
So tell us, what is Veterans Life Changing Services?
Veterans Life Changing Services is a transitional program for homeless veterans. Currently, we are the only transitional program in Northwest Indiana for our homeless veterans, and we do house both male and female veterans as far away as Lafayette. As our program actually covers all veterans in the state of Indiana, and the special grant covers veterans that have special needs also.
That's awesome. How do you get around some of the damage that some of these vets do to themselves when they're in that? Because I know when I was homeless, granted that was 10, 15 years ago, but I did a lot of damage to my credit. I did a lot of damage to myself. Do you guys have services that go to life-changing services?
Absolutely. We are very fortunate to be able to provide not only the transitional housing component, but also resources and services that all veterans need. Yes, of course, veterans has actually, done a lot of damage to themselves. However, it is our responsibility to assist them, in independent living and recovery where we can. We provide case management services both on a federal level and on a state level. And what we do is that's meeting with them on an individual level, doing the one-on-one talks, facilitating groups for them to participate in art therapy, ecotherapy, going over by the beach, hanging out, just doing, drawing on a canvas, if it's just a word, just to share what that word means, or the hurt or the pain that they may be experiencing. What we don't focus on is weaknesses. We focus on strengths. The fact of the matter is you can do this. You can overcome. And so that's what we push, and that's what we help. That's what we advocate for. So it's not just about Veterans Life Changing Services, but it's about VOA. It's about our outreach team with the Department of Veterans Affairs. It's about, those social workers from the VA that also are there to assist our veterans on their journey to independent living. So it takes, like the kids say, or a parent says, it takes a village to raise.
Yeah.
It takes a village to assist our veterans. And that's what I advocate for, and that's what I'm passionate about. I absolutely love what I do. I have a background in real estate and business. However, I'm telling you, this is such an amazing opportunity to be able to serve in this capacity. And so I'm very grateful for all the community partners that work with our veterans and for all the resources that they provide for them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, you know, I've known you for a little while, for a minute, right?
Absolutely.
And, you know, you saw that we presented a wonderful Citizen Soldier Award.
Yes.
You're going to be the next person to get
God.
one. We only had time to do one today, so you're going to have to come back to the show in a few weeks.
Thank you so much.
Yes, but you are just a tireless advocate. I've known you for so many years, and despite the difficulty of trying to maintain that residence that you've been going through,
Absolutely.
You are just a stalwart citizen soldier.
Thank you so much.
Yes, and we appreciate you like you cannot imagine. And I know you've had a lot of sadness and difficulty. Your beloved dog of many years just passed, and deepest condolences.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. That is sad.
Yeah, and I know that you lost your husband of many years a few years back. So, but that has not stopped you from. Lorese is like, yep, marching forward.
Absolutely.
We are blessed to have you, and tell us about this. This is going on right now today, correct? At the Northwest Indiana.
Well, prior to me getting here, I ran over to the VA Housing Resource Fair that's happening today. And it is an amazing event for veterans that are experiencing homelessness or veterans that are having issues getting housing opportunities, getting permanent housing. You may be couch surfing. You may be with a family or a friend. And the truth is you need your own place, right?
Yeah.
And so today, from 10 a.m. to 11:30, over at the Northwest Indiana Veterans Village, that's 839 Massachusetts Street, they are having an amazing housing fair with different landlords, housing opportunities from Gary Housing Authority and other and other ownerships of properties where veterans may be able to get opportunities. And I know sometimes, as you said, you've done damage, right? So that's also to your credit, legal issues on your background. Yeah. And so we also work with trying to, work with getting them legal help if necessary. We assist them with repairing credit. We do it all because everything is holistic for us.
That's awesome.
It's holistic. When those veterans come in one way, our job is to make sure that they go out as whole as possible and that they're able to do independent living. We work with them with budgets. We work on them with the importance of paying your bills first so that you won't end back up in a homeless position.
Yeah. I think one of the problems is, for me personally, when I came back home, after going in the military, you kind of feel like you've experienced the most important thing in the world. So when you come back, everything seems secondary. So your credit seems secondary, paying bills seems secondary.
Absolutely.
And you could do a lot of damage.
Absolutely. And that's even down to relationships. There's they come back, you go leave out one way and you come back out and the family's like, whoa, who are you? This is not the same person, that left the family. So that's all part of case management. If there's a buy-in from the veterans, I promise them that we're going to get you where you need to go. If you come in there and you are homeless, I promise if you just follow the program, we're going to get you in permanent housing and independent, living. And then from there, it's up to you that you stay in that apartment. So we do follow our clients 3 to 6 months after they leave with additional case management.
That's awesome.
And if they are just fortunate enough to go into the Veterans Village or the Hobart location, Safe Haven, there are the VA staff that's there on site. So that's even a great opportunities for our veterans to get the additional help and support that they need.
Yeah. Especially right now with prices so high.
Yes. Oh my goodness. Yeah.
It is. I've been looking and it's crazy.
Yes.
And even speaking to that, we've been so fortunate to get a grant that we provide pantry, a food pantry for our veterans. So the VA outreach team can come in and shop the pantry and provide foods for veterans that we may be housing at local hotels because we don't have the capacity to house them at the time, or veterans that may be in the community that may have food insecurities. They actually will come in and shop for them as well. So, the veterans can't come in because we have our veterans, that's their home, temporarily. So we don't have them going in and out. But the VA staff can come in and, we have some food. We have real food. We don't give like raw meat, but what we do is we have rotisserie chickens and ribs that we also provide for them, and then they're able to get all the staple items and everything else off the shelf, along with tissue and paper towels. So all the donations that we get in from the community is very much needed. It goes to those veterans. It helps them to be able to not have that additional concern about, how am I going to eat, or standing on corners, asking for dollars or cents. We try to meet the whole needs of those veterans.
Yeah. Man.
Now, how first you're located at 501 West Ridge, correct? In
Yes.
Gary, 501 West Ridge. How does someone get a hold of you? And your service area, you will accept veterans from the Chicago South Suburbs?
Under that federal grant
under
only.
The federal grant.
Not the state.
Not the
state is for Indiana veterans only.
Okay. Okay. And so for someone to get a hold of you, is this the correct number, 219-455-6689?
That's
right.
to our office.
That's okay.
And, I don't have an issue sharing my mobile.
Okay.
708
Okay.
714 0775. If it's for a veteran, you can have it. And again, that number to the office, and that also includes behavioral health case management, is 219-455-6689. And my mobile, 708-714-0775. And any donations, within 10 to 15 miles, we'll go pick it up. We'll go pick up those donations. We're afforded a donated van from Rust Belt Riders. They do a big fundraiser for us in August out there in Shelby, so it's all antique cars and all that kind of stuff. And so the proceeds come back to, to help us out with the NIPSCO bills. Oh my God, my last bill for last month was $1,500. But so, we do what we have to do. They got to stay warm. We got to have shelter. And go ahead.
I was at Calumet Park Township multi-purpose room because there's going to be a women's veterans. Probably you've talked to Carmen Wilson about this, right? We'll talk about that later. But there was a NIPSCO flyer with reduced rates for veterans. So do you know anything about that program?
I do know about that program, but it's for veterans and not organizations.
So you can't
I cannot take advantage of that. Any resources or services that's rendered to a veteran, it's to that veteran and not to veterans' life-changing services. So unfortunate that those services don't help us. And so if even down to the Northwest Indiana Food Bank, that's for individuals, unless you are a member, and so we are just out there shopping for additional resources and everything, and shopping for a new building.
Yes. So
yes, that's right.
And so, are you going to be having a fundraiser coming up anytime soon, or?
That's a great idea.
Yes.
We're working on
Let's
one.
do
We
it.
can't put it out there yet because it hasn't been finalized. But we need everybody to actually, assist us in raising funds. Where we are now, the landlord wants the building, and so we are in need of a new building. So we need all eyes and ears out in the community. If you see vacant buildings that you think that may be, feasible for our program, we need at least 10 to 15 bedrooms, and it could be a vacant building because it can be remodeled. A building is, what you see with your own eyes to be. And so we can make it a home We just need the space and the opportunity to go ahead and relocate very soon. We really do need your help.
Let's point folks towards your website where there's a donation link. I'm assuming an online donation link. That's Veterans LCS for Life-Changing Services. Again, the word veterans and then LCS for lifechangingservices.org. And there is a donation. That's to learn all about this wonderful, wonderful facility. And your contact information, of course, will be on there,
Absolutely.
including an email.
Yes.
Where people, okay, and again, we'll give the phone number again. The administrative office is 219-455-6689, and that also includes accessing behavioral health services intake.
Absolutely.
And then Lorese is so kind to avail us her private cell phone. Contact her at 708-714-0775. So, and let's talk about this wonderful stand down that's about to take place here pretty soon. Well, it's in May. It's a while off, Friday, May 16th. But it's a partnership between the University of Chicago Office for Military Affiliated Communities and Life-Changing Services.
Absolutely.
And life-changing veterans, life-changing services. These stand downs are so important, and you are always at every single one without fail. And this is going to be at the Dean and Barbara White Community Center. And so thank you, Kemper, put that up on there.
You.
For those folks watching the Facebook live feed or on the jedtv.com live feed, you can take a screenshot of that. So that's Friday, May 16th from 9 to 1 p.m. Central Standard Time at the Dean and Barbara White Community Center. That's at 6600 Broadway, Maryville in Indiana. And these stand downs were actually started by Vietnam veterans.
Absolutely.
Yes, and our beloved Vietnam veterans. And
Yeah.
I'm going to say something about a female Vietnam veteran later in the show. But these stand downs are wonderful for those who are not familiar with them. You go there for assistance with accessing VA benefits, services, housing assistance for homeless veterans, counseling, substance refuel, emergency shelter, legal services, health screening, employment services, haircuts and manicures even. And all you need to do is bring your DD-214 or a VA identification card. And to become a sponsor of this, please contact Lorese here at... Absolutely. Lorese, I'm going to give you your email and your cell phone.
Thank you so
okay.
much.
L Wesley for Lorese Wesley. That's LWESLEY at veteranschangingservices.com. Again, that's LWESLEY at veteranschangingservices.com, or call Lorese at 708-714-0775.
Connie, I'd like to add just one thing to the services and resources that we're going to be offering at this stand down. We are so awesomely blessed to be able to have the Community Health Network bring their dental mobile units. Oh my God, I am so excited for my veterans.
That's huge.
Oh my God, to get that. That is not a service unless you're a certain percentage connected with the VA.
We're talking about that on the air.
This is so amazing to be able to, take advantage of this. So I invite the veterans that come out. You need those services. Come and get them. Yes. They're all under one roof. Plus, we're going to have food there. So come on out. There's a live band that will be there. Just come on out and hang out with your brothers and your sisters and take advantage of this opportunity.
Yes, and we're going to open the phone lines now. 219-845-1100. 219.
845.
1100. Steve, I forgot all my Spanish. No, and I'm
surprised I remember it, to be honest with you.
Yeah. When you don't use it, you forget it.
Yeah.
So
that's a fact.
But yes, please call in with your any questions for Lorese. And again, I want to remind everybody that Lorese's facility is looking for a facility in the Northwest Indiana area. So a 10 to 15 bed facility, correct? It doesn't have to be furnished. You can do a build out, but they are looking. and we're going to have a fundraiser coming up soon to announce. We're gonna make that happen. Absolutely. So yes, give us a call. Any questions for Lorese? We would love to hear any events going on that we're not covering. We do have a few more very quickly here. I will announce them. By the way, it was the 106th anniversary of the American Legion, March 15th. Yes, and it coincided with St. Patrick's Day. Yes. And we had wonderful celebrations amongst the legions, various legion posts. 168 had a wonderful... I attended that. It was really wonderful, corned beef and cabbage, and it was just a great time. So I also wanted to mention, too, that our American Legion National Commander is going to be in Northwest Indiana. And I can't wait to meet him. His name is James A. LaCourcier, Jr. He is going to be here Saturday, April 16th. He will be at the Crown Point American Legion Post 40, and that's 1401 North Main Street in Crown Point. Post 20. So that's at 1401 North Main Street in Crown Point. It's an excellent opportunity to meet not only with Commander LaCourcier, but enjoy a delicious dinner provided by the Legion, connect with fellow members. A cash bar will be available as well. And the commander is going to be visiting a yet unannounced memorial. It will either be the Munster Veterans Community Memorial at Centennial Park, across the street from Centennial Park on Calumet Avenue in Munster, or one of the, we think, Friends of the Veterans Memorial Parkway Commission, either one. And we have a caller. Hold on, caller. We'll get to you in just a moment. Either the Lake County Korean War Veterans Memorial on 231 in Crown Point or Hebron, or the Stony Run Vietnam Veterans Memorial in Stony Run Park in Leroy. So when we know more about where the commander will be going before this dinner at 5:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, we'll announce it on the air. But again, April 16th, 5:30 p.m., American Legion Post 20 in Crown Point. Our national commander will be there. And go ahead, caller. Good morning. You're on Veterans Views.
Good morning, Connie, Steve. It's Nikki Diltz.
Nikki!
Hey, how you doing?
Good morning. Yes. How are you?
Doing great.
Great.
I wanted to say I love this program. It sounds really great.
Thank you.
That there's some place that will actually help our veterans.
Absolutely. And it's the Heroes Club. And if maybe, Kemper, you can show the Heroes Club, which is tomorrow.
Awesome.
That's what I wanted to call about, but I wanted to ask a quick question about the stand downs. She mentioned that they're going to have dental there. Is it going to be at all the stand downs through Indiana that they're going to have the dental?
No, it's just at our very special event that's happening on May 16th there at Dean's and Barbara White Community Center. Okay. It's our very first spring veteran stand down. I usually partner with the Department of Veterans Affairs annually to have our fall and winter stand down at the Railcat Stadium, which will be September the 5th, I believe it is. But no, it's just ours.
Okay, I just kind of wanted to check because my veteran really needs some dental, so I wanted to see if it was going to be at all of them or not.
Yeah, it's hard too. It's hard getting dental right now. You have to be 100% service connected,
absolutely,
or service connected for your teeth. So it's hard to get it through the VA right now.
Exactly. And then I wanted to remind everybody tomorrow is Heroes Club, and we wanted to get everybody out there. I'm hoping, Steve and Connie, you will be there tomorrow.
I will be there. I can't wait. I can't wait. This is wonderful. I just want to tell everybody how wonderful this is really quick. And then I put your 2 cents in with this, too, because I've been involved with this a lot longer than I have. But I've actually been there, and it's a wonderful, wonderful thing at the Anam-Cara Equine stables. This is in LaPorte, Indiana. It's at 4298 East, 1000th North in LaPorte. The time is noon until 2 p.m. Central Standard Time, and we are healed by horses and other sentient beings. We have the donkeys, beautiful donkeys and goats, and we have cats. And these horses have hearts 5 times the size of humans, and therefore they have an electromagnetic field that is 5 times as large, and it emanates out about 25 feet. And when these beings, we don't ride them, we are in their healing presence, and they can feel our emotions. They know when we're feeling angst, joy, when we're experiencing any kind of fear or any kind of emotion, and they feel us out and will approach at their own discretion. And then I'll tell you something, I felt so good after I went to this Heroes Club for the first time last December. I think I went with Kemper. Kemper was there with Jen, with Jen Fain, Kemper's mother, who was just here.
That's right.
Yes.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
You guys took pictures. Yeah,
Yes. And it was a beautiful time, and I can't wait to go tomorrow. But Nikki, what do you have planned for us tomorrow for Heroes Club?
Well, we'll have our first one since winter started. We're doing chili and hot dogs. I'm doing homemade chili for everybody. We have just to come out, restart the program after a break. We can't wait to get back into everything. I got beginning of the month I got to go out there for a little bit, and it was nice to get to see the horses and my nudger again. Mm-hmm. So I could really tell the difference of not being out there. Got to go out for a little bit, and it was really nice out there already. So we're going to try to see how the weather holds. Hopefully we'll get to maybe have a little bit of a bonfire, relax, get to talk to everybody, and kind of plan out what we're going to do for the season.
And I don't mean to interrupt you, but there's the photo of when Kemper, our producer of Veterans Views, and Kemper's mother, Jen Fain, who was just here, with Kim Bucalo of the Munster Junior Women's Club. We presented them a citizen's certificate appreciation. And there is, yeah.
I was going to make a joke, but I can't say it on the air.
So that was Nikki Diltz, the other facilitator with you and your spouse, Nikki Jo Diltz, and then we had Stacy Gersalon, the founder and CEO, who does an enormous amount of work for suicide prevention, and also is a
Carrie.
Yes. And
we saw the donkey right there,
yes,
right?
yeah.
Highlighted. So
that was Nudger.
That was Gizmo.
Oh, that was Gizmo. Okay.
How many animals do you have altogether?
She's got what? She's got
3 horses.
3 or 4 horses. 2 donkeys. She's got
That's awesome.
goats.
Yeah.
She's got cats. I think I'm leaving something out there.
They're Gaucho and Ghost and
Guapo
and
Ghost, Poncho. Right now,
I'm kind of liking some of these names.
Yes.
Poncho,
Gizmo.
Guapo.
and I believe also a couple of beloved horses have passed, as well as a cat.
Yes.
So yeah.
Yeah, we lost Fancy and
Daisy.
I want to say Maya and Flower.
Okay.
I want to say are the others that passed. So it's going to be a really great time. There's going to be some new stuff going on. So I look forward to everybody out there. But I wanted to say I really love the fact that there are programs out there to help the homeless veterans and get them back on the street or back onto the mainstream.
Yes.
Yeah.
We'll look forward to seeing you, and I'll see you tomorrow at noon Central Standard Time.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Have a wonderful day,
Thank you
Nikki.
so much.
Thanks for calling.
Bye.
And we have another caller. Good morning. You're on Veterans Views. Good morning.
Good morning, Veterans Views.
Lisa.
Good morning,
Lisa Wilkin. Are you a United States Air Force wonderful advocate, our lifeline to the State House in Indianapolis?
Hello, Lisa.
Good morning, man. How are you?
Oh, I'm good. Thank you so much. And thank you so much for doing this show and for Veterans Life-Changing Services for what you provide.
Thank you,
basically,
Lisa.
you're welcome. Nonprofits like yours, you fill the cracks where the VA can't, and you bridge those gaps.
That is a good
and
way of
we
putting
need
that.
nonprofits like you to be able to help facilitate and really sometimes add in just kind of like a little common sense and compassion into the VA process.
That's a very, very cordial way to put that. You have a lot of tact there, ma'am. No.
See, I'm trying to be all rosy and but I just wanted to say thank you and for doing shows like this to let people know those services are available. And, as the economy, isn't the greatest with disposable cash right now, we need businesses and entities who need places to invest their donations. Nonprofits like this one would be a great one to do. So I'm glad you put their information out. And, hopefully that helps get them some more resources for, sounds like an upcoming move.
Yes.
And I'd like to thank you, Lisa, also for attending our stand-downs and speaking at our stand-downs. We truly appreciate you. And thank you for your service.
Thank you so much. Just trying to get the information out there. Really the overall message that I bring is one voice can make a difference.
Yes.
And I like to try and help other veterans find their voices. And so that's what I'm calling about today is we have an urgent situation at the Indiana State House that needs our Hoosier veterans to take action. House Bill 1235. It's being heard in the Senate Veterans Affairs Committee. It was heard this week, but the vote was held. So they will vote on this bill on Tuesday, 9 o'clock in the morning. What this bill does, it has 4 provisions in it. It updates some language and adds the Space Force. It updates the program of grants for veteran services that nonprofits can get from the Indiana Department of Veterans Affairs. It also makes a change that veteran advocates like myself and others are fighting against. Changing the Indiana code wherever it reads honorable discharge to say anything other than dishonorable. We believe that our Indiana code should read anything other than dishonorable where it gives the definition of a veteran. Because those veterans who received an other than honorable discharge or a bad conduct discharge after a court-martial, they are still considered and are veterans, but they're not eligible for benefits. And we believe the rest of the Indiana Code should remain honorable discharge. That's what I wanted to bring to your attention today, that we need our veterans and advocates to reach out to their state representatives and state senators, specifically the Veterans Committee, and let them know that the benefits of service come with an honorable discharge.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to share the Senate Veterans Affairs Committee Chairman, Senator Jim Tomes' phone number. Please call Senator Tomes. Am I pronouncing that correctly, Lisa? Domes? Is that correct? Jim Tomes?
I think it is.
Yeah, okay. Okay, please contact the senator from the Senator Veterans Affairs Committee. His number is 317-232-9414. Again, that's 317-232-9414. Go ahead, Lisa.
So
did we lose her? I think we might have lost her.
I think we might have lost her.
No, you didn't lose her.
Oh, there you are.
You did. Go ahead. One thing to add, if you don't want to talk to an elected official or their staff, sometimes that makes people feel a little uncomfortable. Call after 5 o'clock. Call over the weekend. It would be great to have them come in and have their voicemail full of messages from veterans letting them know, please don't make my honorable service equal to those that served with less than honorable service.
So, can I read something off of the email that you sent?
Yes.
Okay, so I like how you put this part in there, because a lot of people always want to complain about stuff that's happening, but they don't really put like a solution with it. Mm-hmm. They just want to complain about it, right? But I like how you put this in here. It says, advocates acknowledge that some veterans may have received other than honorable discharges due to factors like untreated PTSD, undiagnosed TBI, or trying to survive after military sexual trauma MST. However, instead of broadly opening benefits to all discharges, Indiana would better serve veterans by developing programs to help upgrade discharges that are eligible for revision, ensuring that all veterans have access to the benefits they deserve both at the state and federal levels. Mm-hmm. I think that's a great idea. I think that really needs to happen because there is nobody out there that can help with upgrades to discharges.
Steve, thank you for reading that. And I also want to add the next paragraph of Lisa's as well, because it's also important to note how disrespectful this proposal is to the honorably discharged veterans who have earned their benefits through their service and sacrifice. So, but thank you for adding that, for reading that from her email, from Lisa's email. Go ahead,
I'll tell you, Lisa. Because us advocates of, there has been an attempt to paint us advocates who have spoken against this portion of the bill as if we don't want to help veterans. And anybody that knows me knows that can't be further from the truth. Mm-hmm. And so, to your point, Steve, there is an organization here in Indiana that helps with discharge upgrades. Indiana Legal Services. And I'll make sure Connie gets their information. They do help with discharge upgrades of those that are eligible. I don't know. I believe their income limitations may apply, so it might be a limited number. But we've been making this point for a couple of years that we need a program to help get those discharges upgraded. Then we help the veteran and their family not only be eligible for benefits here in Indiana, but at the federal level as well. And that actually helps the veteran. And so please reach out, let your legislators know, most importantly, how you feel about this bill, but also send the message that you're paying attention to what they do or what they don't do, and that as veterans, we'll work with either party or we'll give it to either party if we have to. And thanks. You guys have a great weekend up there.
Thanks. Thank you so much for your selfless service to our enduring freedom. Thank you so much for this. We'll talk to you soon. Have a wonderful day. Wow. So I actually included that information in our Facebook Live in a comment with the phone number, also including your phone numbers
Thank you
as
so
well.
Much.
So people can, and everybody just wanted, speaking of the Facebook Live, we will be transitioning off of Facebook for our live stream this year. I will be announcing the transition and where we will be going. So there are new rules, policies set forth recently in January of this year with regard to Facebook and Meta. And because of those new policies, we will be transitioning off of Facebook. And but we will still
might have to go to Twitter or something, right? Or what's the other one? YouTube.
We'll figure something out. Yeah, we won't stop having a live stream where it's interactive, where you can comment. Absolutely. It just won't be the Facebook platform.
Yeah.
But we're figuring that out right now. And also, as many of you know, we have a podcast now. There are now 3 on the JED TV website. Now JED TV we have our own app, the JED TV app. However, that's been experiencing a lot of technical difficulties, and people have been reporting not being able to download it. So until that gets fixed, you can still access the podcast very easily. All you have to do is go to the JED TV website. Okay, and Kemper, I think I have. There we go. For those of you right now who are experiencing the show live on Facebook and are able to see this, my apologies to those who can't see this or who are sight impaired. To see all of the podcast, see where you see Jed down at the bottom right there? That's his podcast. There's a link right there. It's www.jedtv, Jed, J-E-D, for Jim E. Deedlow, TV.com/audio.html. If you go to that link, you can see all of the shows, all of WJOB JED TV's podcasts, but you can also access the Veterans Views podcasts, 3 of which are live now. If you want to access the radio show, there is the link right above there. It says Veterans Views. It's www.jedtv.com/veterans-views. veterans-views.html. You can go see, say the Facebook feed goes down, the live stream, and that happens often due to inclement weather or what have you. You can go to that, jedtv.com/veterans-views.html link, that site, and you can see all of the live streams on demand, and they do not go down, and they're always there. So you can watch the show, the radio show there live too. But again, for now, to access the podcast, do it on Apple, Spotify, and TuneIn Radio until the Jed TV app is up and running again and fixed for a lot of folks. And you can do that by going to www.jedtv.com/audio.html. And I'm excited. We're going to be dropping a few more. And if you haven't checked out our podcasts, I really recommend that you do. And for those who want to contribute, we have new contributors that we're adding, partnering with us as Patriot Partners as we go into our 15th year into 2025. Simply email veteransviewscontributor@gmail.com. And maybe, Kemper, you could do a little ticker at the end of the show here right now at the bottom with this email. It's veteransviewscontributor@gmail.com. We have wonderful opportunities to advertise either on the radio show or the podcast with commercials now. And you also will have preferential scheduling on the show, and you'll be partnering with us to keep our veterans' lives enriched and connected through Northwest Indiana. So again, one more time, that's veteransviewscontributor@gmail.com. And Lorese, let's remind everybody of this wonderful thing going on right now over at Northwest Indiana Veterans Village. And what are the hours of that? When will that be going on today?
Well, it's starting as of now. It's 10 o'clock.
10,
so
10,
it's
right.
starting now, and you got an hour and 30 minutes of service there that you could receive if you are in need of housing or permanent housing. Get to this address, 839 Massachusetts Street in the city of Gary. This is an amazing VA housing resource fair, and it will definitely benefit you. There are so many community partners there to help you. So just come on over, bring your VA ID or your identification, DD-214, to identify that you are a veteran and take advantage of the service. Hope to see you there. I'm heading there now.
Oh, so you'll be there?
Yes.
Okay, I may be right behind you.
Okay, thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
We have 5 minutes, and so Steve, you want to just tell us about a few important events coming up?
Yes, these are local events that are happening at the North Township. We have the Vets and Friends Coffee Social, which will be April 8th from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. The coffee socials are designed to help bring veterans and their families together and establish meaningful connections through camaraderie and resource sharing. It's going to be at Wicker Memorial Park Clubhouse, 2215 Ridge Road in Highland. You could call 219-313-3934 for any questions. Female Veteran Coffee Social at the Veterans Cafe and Catering at 7805 Taft Street in Maryville. That's going to be the first Wednesday of every month from 9 to 11. Mm-hmm. If you have any questions, you contact Michelle at 312-493-9875.
And let me just interrupt you briefly. Michelle is with the VA, so this is a VA-facilitated women's coffee social.
Oh, that's awesome. North Township Veterans Roundtable, 3rd Annual Golf Outing. Its entry includes 8 holes of golf, lunch, golf cart, and beverage tickets. Mm-hmm. Registration starts at 11 a.m. Shotgun start at 12 noon. Cost is $80 per golfer or $320 per foursome. Saturday, June 14th. It's open to the public. For more information, call 219-313-3934. And that's going to be at Wicker Park Memorial Golf Course, 2215 Ridge Road in Highland.
Thank you so much, Steve.
Yeah,
so many
definitely.
wonderful things going on. We have such a wonderful, wonderful connected community. And I wanted to mention something right now. Usually we forgot to give the answers actually to the flag trivia last week. So just very quickly, the 5 key rules of flag etiquette: never let the flag touch the ground, floor, water, or merchandise. 2, never display the flag with the Union stars down except as a signal of dire distress. 3, never carry the flag flat or horizontally, always aloft and free. I think there has been made a exception to that at sports games in recent years. 4, never use the flag as wearing apparel, bedding, or drapery. And 5, never use the flag for advertising purposes or print it on paper napkins, boxes, or anything else intended for temporary use and then discard. Well, we know that has not. That's one of the highest infractions.
A rule?
Yeah, that's a rule. But yeah, we still do it.
That one.
We still do it. And
a lot of people do that.
A lot of people. You know, I've done that when I've made flyers, and I haven't even been made aware that was a rule. And I don't think that. Yeah. I don't think the American Legion is enforcing something like that. If it's raising money for veterans or some type of, for veteran advocacy. And we're not being disrespectful. We only have a couple minutes here left, and I want to mention something very, very important. We usually do on this day in memoriam, on this date or on this week. And something very important, being that it's Women's History Month, is I wanted to mention a very special person, a United States Marine, who on March 18th, 1967, her name is Master Sergeant Barbara J. Dolinsky. She arrived at the Bain Ho Air Force Base just outside of Saigon after an 18-hour flight. She became the first woman Marine in history to be assigned to a combat zone. Dolinsky volunteered for a Marine Standard 13-month tour, during which she toured at Ton Sonya Air Base as a control officer and custodian of top secret and other classified documents. Dolinsky's important milestone was made possible by a long line of women Marines. I want to mention them, and this by no means discounts the contributions, the selfless service of all Marines, all women, all of us who have selflessly sacrificed for our enduring freedom. But I want to mention these particular women in particular today, being that it is Vietnam Veterans Remembrance Day coming up at the end of the month. The first woman to enlist in the Marine Corps did so in 1918, 2 full years before women in the United States legally had the right to vote. There were very few others until a generation later during World War II, when the Marine Corps established the Marine Corps Women's Reserve as part of America's general mobilization for war in Europe and in the Pacific. After World War II, the Marines moved to completely disestablish the Women's Reserve Corps, but as other branches of the armed forces made decisions to keep their own cadres of servicewomen, the Marines followed suit and settled on a semi-permanent force of 4,500 enlisted women and 500 officers in the Volunteer Marine Corps Women's Reserve. Then, in 1948, I know we're running out of time, I'll speak as quickly as possible, but this is very important. President Harry S. Truman signed the Women Armed Services Integration Act, giving servicewomen regular military status for the first time. The first woman to enlist in the regular Marine Corps was sworn in on November 10th, 1948, because women's Marines recruit platoons trained and lived separately from men, pushing available base quartering facilities to their capacity, and because the armed forces were officially undergoing racial integration at the same time, this meant that the first African American women to become Marines were billeted alongside their white platoon mates. A lot of people don't know that. Thus, women Marines were some of the first armed forces units to be officially integrated, even though racial integration in men's barracks was still many, many years away from being fully implemented. But still, there still remain very few women Marines in the 50s, and the Marine Corps lagged far behind the other armed services enlisting women in the ranks, especially the Navy. So in 1950, for example, there were only 46 women Marine officers and only 537 enlisted women, including both active and reserves, right? And then as the Cold War intensified, however, increasing numbers of women did join the forces. And I'm going to finish here with this. Barbara Dolinsky, the first woman Marine to set foot in a combat zone, represented part of the leading edge of the wave of women who entered military service during the 50s and 60s. Barbara Dolinsky, she enlisted in 1951. She was from San Francisco, California, and she was only 22 when she enlisted. By 1966, she had risen to the rank of Master Sergeant. And when she volunteered to serve in Vietnam, almost no one, least of all Dolinsky herself, believed her request would actually be granted, but it was. And 35 other Marine women followed in her first footsteps to serve in Southeast Asia. And
Wow.
She finished her tour in April 1968. She retired from the Marine Corps in 1974. After 23 years of distinguished service, she passed away in Washington State in her home in 1995. And because of Master Sergeant Barbara Dolinsky and the service of so many other women of the Marine Corps during Vietnam, women Marine status was on a firmer foundation than any other time before, and these women helped lead further advancements for women in the armed forces in general. And we're going to continue this discussion because now there is the new administration is talking about disallowing women in combat. And we've run out of time. I just wanted to say
I
thank you.
had one, so I looked up this
go
day.
ahead.
This day, real quick. First female U.S. Navy petty officer is Loretta Walsh, 1917.
1917. See, we don't know about this. There are women who are pioneers, and we don't really. I didn't even know that. I'm learning that I didn't even know about Master Sergeant Dolinsky until I read about her this morning.
I know.
And now we're getting the wrap-up sign, and Kemper's and by the way, Kemper, I want to say, Kemper, this is your last day for a little while, and you'll be returning into the show as the producer in the summer. We want to a huge thank. Let's give Kemper Kemper Fain a hand.
Round of applause.
Wonderful producer. Couldn't be more grateful. And let's. Do you anything to say within a few seconds?
Just a few seconds.
Yes.
I just want to say thank you to all of our benefactors that consistently send us donations every month. We're so very grateful. Continue to support your veterans. And if you see veterans out there, just give them a good thank you. They deserve it. And thank you so much, everybody, for all you do for our veterans. We appreciate you. Thank you for having me.
Thank you, Veterans Life Changing Services Director Lorese Wesley. You are wonderful. And
Thank you.
Yes, have a blessed day. And now we're going to go over to Northwest Indiana Veterans Village. Representative Mike Andrade will be on the show next Friday. Everybody have a blessed day. We are the United States of America.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Hoorah.
Hoorah!
You've been listening to Veterans Views podcast from the JED TV studios on the campus of Purdue Northwest in Hammond, Indiana. Thank you for listening.